server address and port number. Noted? Over. Here, one constructor, 3 methods. Okay. It is server address, it is port number. But what is socket? What is port number? I have to explain. Addressing system I explained already yesterday. Okay. Socket I have to explain. Port number I have to explain. Say get input stream method if you call input string comes. Get output stream method if you call output string comes. These streams are network streams. But class name is input stream only. This is we are calling with socket object. Socket bound with server address. That's what it is called network input stream. Socket object reference dot get output stream. Then output string comes. This output stream is called network output stream. Okay. I'll explain with the diagrams. Is it completed? Next. Java P, java.net.stream server socket. Here, note on constructor methods. It is port number. Is it about? Here, port number, it is server socket object, accept method, close method. Now, what is socket? What is server socket? What is port number? These three I have to explain. Okay. Yesterday, addressing system I explained. Letter addressing system, number addressing system, domain naming system, IP address, these all I explained. Now, socket, server socket, port number, these all I'll explain. Is it completed? No. Now, listen. Say, yesterday I given one diagram, 5 computers connected together. These 5 computers connected together as a one network. Suppose this computer name, something system 1, system 2, system 3, system 4, system 5. One computer as a client, one computer as a server. Let's we selected this computer as a client, this computer as a server. Okay. Our task is sending request client to server. Again, server to client. This is our task. Okay. This is our task. Task also I explained yesterday. Yesterday I explained client system, server system. These diagrams I given yesterday. Client, server, here to server, whatever you type, it should come here from client. Again, to client, whatever you type, it should come here from server. See, here to here, to server from client, to client from server. This is our task. Okay. See, it is charting program in a local area network. See, 5 computers connected together. System 1, system 2, system 3, system 4, system 5. It's on network, local area network. In these 5 computers, one computer is selected as a client. One more computer is selected as a server. Client to server, server to client. Communication. Okay. Network communication. Now, here what is socket? What is server socket? What is port number? I would explain. Say, one system as a client. Now, this is system 4. It is a client. One system as a server. That is system 1. It is server. These two connected together as the network. It is these two connected together on network. Okay. Now, these two connected. Now, client machine nothing but system 4 in this diagram. Server machine nothing but system 1 in this diagram. Now, client and server connected together with network. So either like this or like this, data transferred. Now, first, what is socket? What is server socket? What is port number? I would explain. So first you write this, this diagram already written. This diagram already written. This is later again, right? First socket definition nodal. Socket. It is a connection end at client side. It is a connection end at client side. Socket definition. It is a connection end at client side. Server socket. It is a connection end at server side. Socket definition. It is a connection end at client side. Server socket definition. It is a connection end at server side. Socket definition. It is a connection end at client side. Server socket definition. It is a connection end at server side. It is a connection end at client side. It is the connection end at server side. Say connection end at client side. This is connection end. It is connection end at server side. So connection end at client side is called socket. Connection end at server side is called server socket. Socket, server sockets are not hardware part. It is software part. Software. Socket is one class. Server socket is one class. Those two softwares. Okay, software part. Here, socket is a connection end at client side. Server socket is a connection end at server side. Now, this is called client socket. This is called server socket. Okay. Socket is a connection end at client side. Socket is a connection end at server side. I'll explain. Next, to port number, write it. Port number. It is used to identify the service. It is used to identify the service. It is used to identify the service. Port numbers range is 0 to 65,535. 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 Reserved port numbers range, reserved ports 0 to 1023. Free ports 1024 to 65,535. Reserved ports 0 to 1023. Free ports 1024 to 65,535. Reserved ports 0 to 1023. Free ports 1024 to 65,535. Reserved ports 0 to 1023. Free ports 1024 to 65,535. I'll explain. In internet, so many services already defined. Suppose everyone knows HTTP. Okay. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay. HTTP is one protocol. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What this protocol will do, it will transfer hypertext client to server, server to client. So it transfers hypertext client to server, server to client. This is one service. This is one software. You are writing in address bar HTTP. You are writing just one word, but that is nothing but one software. What that software will do, it transfers hypertext client to server, server to client. Hypertext nothing but HTML text, hypertext markup language text. Whatever you write HTML program, that program, it is nothing but hypertext. That data transferred client to server, server to client. Who will transfer? This software will transfer. For this service, one number is there. That number 80. So HTTP protocol, HTTP port number. So HTTP port number is 80. Like FTP, one protocol is there. FTP. FTP port number is 21. Examples. These are examples I did. Examples. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It transfers hypertext. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It transfers hypertext. Client to server, server to client, hypertext transferred. That number is 80. FTP protocol, File Transfer Protocol. It transfers files. See, whenever you attach files to your mail ID, it will transfer to your friend mail ID, no? That your mail ID to your friend mail ID, data transferred, file format. Who will transfer it? That file FTP. File Transfer Protocol. That port number is 21. See, I already told yesterday, system can understand only numbers. It doesn't know alphabets names. Our convenient purpose, letter addressing system. but actually computer can understand number addressing system. Here also, our convenient purpose HTTP, FTP, it knows only 8021 like that. Okay. Our convenient purpose alphabets, letters, and system point of view numbers only. Now, this is a one protocol. It will provide one service. This service number 80. This is the one protocol. It will provide one service. This service number 21. Like this, in internet, 0 to 1023 numbers already reserved. 1023 up to 1023 numbers already designed, already reserved. And suppose my task is client to server, server to client. I want to implement one charting program. This is also called one service. For this one also a number we have to write. That number must be 1024 to 65,535. Because those numbers are free port numbers. Reserved port number you should not assign to your service. By mistake, reserved port number, if you assign to your service, that service may not work in your system. That will be happen. Either your service will not work or that service will not work. That problem occurs. That is the reason you should not write numbers 0 to 1023. Up to 1023 numbers already present. Just if you type service numbers list in the internet, you will get it. 0 to 1023, each number, what purpose? It will be there. Up to 1023 numbers already reserved in internet. Okay. So here our task is, it is a one client system. It is one server system. Client to server, server to client, client to server, server to client. We are going to implement one charting program. For this program also one number required. That number should be 1024 to 65,535. You should not write 0 to 1023. If you write, that service may or may not work. That's what, better to go for 1023 to 1024 to 65,535. Now, socket, server socket, port number, I'll explain. Suppose it is one socket. It is socket. A socket is a connection end at client side. It is socket. It is server socket. A server socket is a connection end at server side. Now, through sockets only, sending and receiving data possible. That's what client side one socket you have to create, server side one socket you have to create. Just assume it's just like an electrical socket. This is we are calling socket, no? So this is we are calling socket, like this socket. Through this socket, you are getting power. Through this socket, you will get a information. Just understanding purpose. So if I compare with general, all people will understand. Okay. If I teach pure technical, all people may not understand. That is the reason I am comparing. Even while teaching object-oriented programming, so many real-time general examples are given. But these examples only for understanding. These examples don't give an interview. Okay. Only for understanding subject. Socket means this socket, that socket I'm comparing. Okay. Then you'll get a more clarity. Now, socket, it is a connection end at client side. Server socket, it is a connection end at server side. But client socket, server socket, there is a lot of difference. What's the difference is, client socket can send to server only, but server socket can send to many clients. That means server socket is powerful. Server socket can transfer the data to many systems at a time. Okay. Say client socket to server socket to client socket, possible. But client can send to server only, but server can send to many clients. So server socket is powerful socket. as compared to client socket. Now, say, for example, charting program. There are so many charting applications are there. Example, WhatsApp also charting only. Okay. Say, suppose you are in this class only. Your friend also in this class only. Okay. You are doing charting. But is it coming directly from your mobile to your friend mobile? No. Your mobile to server. Server mobile to server system to your mobile. Like that only going on. No? But you are in this room only. Your friend also in this room only. You are doing chatting. But directly not going to your friend mobile. Whatever you type, that goes to WhatsApp server. Again, WhatsApp server to your mobile. But both are in same room also. It is going to WhatsApp server. Okay. Like that. So, you both are present in the same room also. In between server is there. In between server is there. Server may be in US also. But you both are in a same classroom also. But in between server is there. Okay. Now, here, that means your mobile to server. Server mobile to other mobiles. Like that. Here, client socket. It can send the data to server. Server socket can send the data to many clients. That is. This socket, like example, this socket, electrical socket. This socket, it's like a substation socket. From substation, you'll get a power, no? Substation to many places, power distributed. Like that. Now, it is a client socket, it is server socket. Through sockets only, data transferring possible. Now, in internet, you are calling different applications. Mail application, chart application, banking application, insurance application, and railway reservation, air ticket booking, different application, different terminologies you are using. At last, what you are doing in internet, you are sending data client to server, you are receiving data server to client. That is only no. Suppose you are sending mail. What is happening? Your mailbox to server. Server mailbox to your friend mailbox. Charting. Your mobile to server. Server to your friend mobile. Online shopping. Your mobile to server. Server to your mobile. That means in internet, different terminals you are calling. Charting, mailing, uploading, downloading, deploying, browsing, surfing, different terminals you are calling. At last, what you are doing in internet? Sending data client to server, receiving data from server to client. That is only no. Now, that is only you are doing for all sockets required. It is client socket. It is server socket. Here, different application. It is charting application. It is mailing application. It is shopping application. It is browsing, internet, like different terminals. Here, it will bound with this socket. 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 Now, from this client, what we will do, server computer name will pass. Then it comes to this computer. For this, one number will write mail application, one number 1024. Chart application, one number 1025. And shopping application, 1026. Like this will write. While passing here, 1024 if you write, it goes to mailbox. 1025 if you write, it goes to chart box. 1026 if you write, it goes to shopping. Like that. So there are many applications will be there. For every application, one port number required. Suppose here I am writing one number, suppose 2000. This is nothing but port number. This is nothing but port number. Now my charting program purpose, one number I assigned 2000. Now here data transferring client to server, server to client. But there are so many services in internet. Mail application, chart application, games application, news application, like sports application, different. For every service, one number will be there. Based on that number, it will receive. Whether it is mail or chat or games or sports or news, it will understand. Now, you observe, here socket is there, electrical socket. But this power we can utilize for many services also. No? Now, laptop also requires power. Fan also requires power. Tube light also requires power. Projector also requires power. But socket is same. Through that socket, power comes. That power is same. But different services. Now, in this socket, if you insert computer plug, computer works. In that socket, if you insert tube light plug, tube light works. In that socket, if you insert projector plug, projector works. Service, how will identify with plug? Plugs are different, but socket is same. Here, socket is same. Numbers are different. 2000 means charting. 2001 means mailing. 2002 means shopping. You can write a number of. Okay. Now, there is a one socket, electrical socket. In that socket, whichever service you want, you can utilize. Socket is same, power is same. Okay. If you insert computer plug, computer works. If you insert tube light plug, tube light works. If you insert fan plug, fan works. If you insert projector plug, projector works. But socket is same. But how will understand which service is going to work? Plug. Here, how will understand? Port number. Is it clear now? So, client socket, server socket, port number. That is. So, here, while creating client socket, server computer name will pass. Then it comes to here. Port number will pass. It comes to here. Then connection established. Once if the connection is established, like this, sending, receiving, n number of times we can do it. Okay. Now, socket is a connection end at client side. Server socket is a connection end at server side. Port number is used to identify the service. That is application. Now, don't write diagram. I'll get time for writing. You open yesterday notes. Steps to develop client application. Steps to develop server application. I given. Open that. Server side. Server side. What is the first step? Create a server socket object with port number. So here, this is server socket. While creating one number, I'll pass. This server socket bound with this application. This is first step at server side. Client side, what is the first step? Create a socket object with server address and port number. Now this computer name I will pass. Then it comes to here. Then same port number I'll pass. It is connected here. Second step, server side. Call accept method to receive request from the client. So here socket side request accepted. Once if the request is accepted, full-fledged connection established. After that, here sending purpose output stream. Here receiving purpose input stream. Again here sending purpose output stream. Here receiving purpose input stream. So here nothing but here half of here like this will be there. Sending, receiving, sending, receiving. So here output stream required to send. Here input stream required to receive. Here output stream required to send. Input stream required to receive. Like that streams will create. Total 4 streams. Client side 2, server side 2. After that, do input and output operation. Send, receive, send, receive. At last, close the sockets. That is client server communication. Okay. Just this diagram note down. This diagram yesterday you written. This diagram yesterday you written. Only this diagram. Blue color is there, no? That is write it. So it is socket, it is server socket, it is port number. So first of all, this server socket you have to find with port number. Later, your server address you have to pass, it is connected up to here. Same port number you have to pass, connected here. You have to accept here. Later, one output stream, one input stream, one output stream, one input stream. After that, send, receive, send, receive. N number of times. At last, close this one, close this one. Okay. Is it over? Is it over? Now we'll see the programs. Suppose class name client. Class name client. Without class, not completed the diagram. Completed? No. No. Without class, we cannot develop application. So class name. Open brace, close brace. Without main method, we cannot execute program under OS. So main method, open brace, close brace. Now, client side, what is our first step? Create a socket object with server address and port number. For that, consider recorder method required. See the notes. What required? Constructor. When constructor is called? Whenever object is created. What we have tried? Socket is equal to new socket. How many parameters? 2 parameter. First parameter, string, nothing but server address. In the diagram, which is server? System 1. That is your right. In the diagram, what is the port number? 2000 port number. So what we have tried here? System 1 you have tried. Next port number 2000 you have tried. Otherwise, these two dynamically at the command prompt while executing program, we can pass. Suppose string address equal to args of 0. At the command prompt, I'll pass. Integer port equal to args of 1. Now, this line, valid or not valid, second line. Valid or not valid? Why it is not valid? It is string. It is integer. What we have tried? Integer dot %. Is it valid now? Now, here address port. Is it valid? It is first step. Create a socket object with server address and port number. Okay. Server address at the command prompt I'll pass. Port number at the command prompt I'll pass. Server address directly assigned. Port number converted to integer. Then assigned. Okay. Now socket class in which package? Java.net.star. Okay. Now, will it throw exception? Yes. How to handle? Try, catch. Can I write exception? Yes. System.err.println e. Now, first step completed. So what is second step? Create an output stream that can be used to send information to the server. For that, which method required? See the notes. Which method? Method name. Get output stream. Is it instance method or class method? Which class object required? Return type is output stream. Socket object required. Already we created. That object referred by S. What is the return type? Output stream. Output stream OS equal to S dot get output stream. Okay, output stream created. Next step, input stream. What do you have to write? Input stream is equal to S dot get input stream. Now, first step completed, second step completed, third step completed. Now, fourth step, do input output operation. First of all, these all byte streams are character streams. These all byte streams are character stream. Byte stream. If the class name ends with stream, byte stream. If the class name ends with reader, writer, character stream. I given already? No. That's what first 2 byte arrays you have to create. One byte array, sending purpose. Suppose I'll write 100 bytes. One more byte array, receiving purpose. Okay, one byte array for sending. One more byte array for receiving. Now these 2 empty byte arrays created. Now, first client side to server, we have to enter. This is we have to send. Okay. First to server we have to display. How to display? System dot out dot print or println. Print because same line. Okay. Print you will write. This is we have to accept from keyboard. How to accept from keyboard? Scanner class later. Scanner class. One more concept to explain. Which method? Read only. But which method? What we have to write? System dot. Studied no? System dot in dot read. That is you can use. Okay. Now. System dot out dot print. Enter. Sorry. To server. System dot in dot read. P1. This line you studied, no? Accepting data from keyboard. Now, this byte array we have to send to server. Sending purpose output stream required or input stream required? What do we require? OS. Output stream dot write. Write method is there. P1. It is passed to server. Here, to server. It will display on monitor. Whatever you type stored in B1, that B1 passed to server. Because I used output stream. Output stream created with socket. Socket bound with server. It goes to server. Now we have to receive from server. Receiving from server means input stream or output stream? IS. IS dot read. Input read, output write. P2. Second byte array. This byte array for sending purpose. This byte array for receiving purpose. Received. Received data we have to display. If you display, how to display? You have seen in the diagram. From server. From server we have to display. Okay. Now, from server, we have to display. From server, we have to display. This is also we have to display. Whatever we received. P2. If I display B2, will it print content or hash code? Hash code. But if you want to print content, what do you have to do? We have to convert into string. Then you can do it. String S1 equal to new string of P2 converted to string, but 100 bytes allocated. Here you may enter only hello. Hello means 10 bytes occupies 90 bytes extra spaces. How to remove? Trim. What you have to write? String s2 equal to s1 dot trim. System dot out dot println from server plus s2. This is again required. Again send and receive. That's what I'll write one loop. It is infinite loop. It is never end. Now you observe. Here, client side. Now it is off program only. One more program we have to write. Server program. To server. From server. No. To server from server. Here system dot out dot println to server. System dot in dot read b1. It is accepted from keyboard. OS dot write b1. It is passed to server. That's over. IS dot read b2. It is received. This is received. This is received from server. Converted into string. Extra spaces removed. Displayed on monitor. Okay. So first to server displayed on monitor. Whatever you type from keyboard received, it is passed to server. Again, from server received data converted into string, because if you display byte array, it will display hash code. That's what I converted to string. After that, remove extra spaces, because 100 bytes allocated, you may enter 5 bytes, 10 bytes also. Remaining bytes are extra spaces removed. After that, from server displayed. Is it clear? This is the client to program. File, save. Client.java. Already is there. I'll replace. No. Client.java. But input stream, output stream in which package? IO package. This is a program, not a client program. It is a client program, not a Which one? From server. Println, because this is displayed, next line. Server program also same style, little different. Server program also almost same, little different. Only accept method only different, additional. Over. See, once again, I'll explain. IO package for output string class, input string class purpose. Net package for socket class purpose. Demo client class loaded, main method called, try block executed. At the command prompt, whatever you pass, first argument args of 0 directly assigned to string. Second argument port number converted to integer. Then address and port number passed as a parameter to socket object. Then socket object created. After that, with that socket, get output stream method if you call output stream, sending purpose. Input stream, receiving purpose. These two are byte streams. One byte array for sending purpose, one byte array for receiving purpose. It is infinite loop. It will never end. While true, always true. Then it will enter. To server displayed on monitor. Whatever you enter stored in B1, that B1 passed to server. From server received. Received data converted to string. Extra spaces removed. Displayed on monitor. Again to server. Again accepted. It will rotate. It will never end. This is client program. Now server program. Now class server. Now what is the first step? Create a server socket object with port number. What we have tried? Server socket SS equal to new server socket. Here port number required. At the command prompt I'll pass. What we have tried? Integer dot parseInt args of 0. That is, I'll pass here port. It will throw exception. Try catch. Server socket class in which package? First step completed. What is second step? Call accept method to receive requests from the client. For that accept method you have to call. Accept method in which class? Server socket class. Is it instance method or class method? Instance method. What is the return type? Return type socket. For calling that method, server socket required. Already server socket created. How to call? What is the return type? Socket. S equal to. What do you write? SS dot accept. Second over. Okay, second step completed. What is third step? Create an input stream that can be used to receive information from the client. What we have tried? input stream IS equal to, what did I write? Not new input stream. New input stream not possible. That is abstract class actually. Now what did I write? S dot get input stream. With socket you have to create. Next. Output stream OS equal to S dot get output stream. These are byte streams. One byte array. One more byte array. One is for sending, one is for receiving. Again infinite loop. Same. But here first we have to receive. Now here server side. From client. From client. We have to receive. Next to client. We have to send. First we have to receive. We have to display. Next display, accept from keyboard, send. Now for receiving, input stream required or output stream required? Which one required? Input stream reference is which method you have to call? is dot read b1. This is we have to display. For displaying, you have to convert into string. What do you have to write? String s1 equal to new string of b1. We have to remove extra spaces. String s2 equal to s1 dot trim. We have to display on monitor. Println from client plus s2. Next, to client. What do you have to write? System dot out dot print to client. See, this is server program. From client to client. Now, first, this is we have to display. Okay. Next, you have to accept from keyboard. Next, you have to send. Okay. Now, to client displayed. This is you have to accept from keyboard. How to receive? System dot in dot read. Second byte array. We have to send. How to send? OS dot write B2 over. Now from client system received, converted into string, extra spaces removed, displayed. To client, whatever you accept from keyboard, pass it to server, client. File, save, server.java. Replace. Now, IO package. Okay. Now, you observe here. I'll explain once again. You observe IO package imported. What purpose? Input stream, output stream. Okay. Net package imported. What purpose? Server socket and socket. Now, server class loaded, main method called, try block executed. At the command prompt, whatever you pass at the command prompt, port number, received string format, converted to integer format. Server socket bound with port number. Client request is accepted. Then socket comes. With this socket, input string created. receiving purpose. Output string created, sending purpose. One byte array, sending purpose. One byte array, receiving purpose. Infinite loop. It will enter. First it will receive. There first it will send. Here first it will receive. Converted to string. Extra spaces removed. Displayed. Again to client. Whatever you enter from keyboard, received, pass it to server. Pass it to client. File, save. This program, if you want to execute, actually two systems required. Okay. But here only one system is there. What I'll do is two command prompt windows I'll open. Two command prompt windows. One command prompt is client, one command prompt is server. Like that. One command prompt is client, one command prompt is server. Okay. Now one is client, one is server. One is client, one is server. Okay. Now first I'll compile both the programs. Java C client.java. Java C server.java. Now it is client, it is server. Okay. One is client, one is server. Think yourself and give me answer. Which program we have to execute first? Client or server? It is general question. First, which program we have to execute? Client or server? Different answers coming. See, for example, whenever your results comes, BTech results, MCA result, MTech result, before one day, they'll give URL. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock, you can see in this URL, you can see the result in this website. Okay. 9 o'clock only, you'll send the request. Will you get a result? Then, which one you have to execute first? Server. Client, if you execute, it will search for server. Server is not there, error comes. Server, if you execute, it will wait for a client. It will not search for client. It will wait for a client. See, if you open browser, if you type Google, it will search for Google system. My system searching for Google system. But Google system searching for my system? No. Client will search for server. Server will not search for client. Server is not there, error comes. That's what? Which one you have to execute first? Server. See. Java server. Port number 2000. Server is running. Server waiting for client. It is waiting for client. Okay? Client. Java client. Now, server address, port number. Where is server? In the diagram, system 1. But here, system 1 is not there. What do you write? Local host. Same computer. Port number 2000. See, to server. From client. Here. To client. So, like this, you can do charting. Okay. Okay. But in the place of here, in the place of client and server, you can write your name, your friend name. Instead of to client from client, your name, your friend name you can write. Okay. This is only in LAN, not in internet. Your laptop, your friend laptop, not possible. Okay. Internet application means advanced Java required. It is only LAN, local area network. You can check in a lab, but in internet, not possible. Internet means advanced Java required. Okay. Write this program. So port number will occupy 2 bytes. 2 bytes data means up to 65,535 we can store. That's what 1024 to 65,535 free port numbers. Client to program, server program, almost same. Over. Is it over? Is it completed? All people? Write execution also. So client side, server side, execution. So client side, server address, port number. Server side, only port number. Client side, server address and port number. Server side, only port number.